All right, so we have our first class of our first class of senior showmanship up here. Just letting our judge take a quick break here. He will be right back. So again, we will start with our seniors, intermediates, juniors, followed by our pre-junior showmanship. The sheep showmanship will not start until the conclusion of our goat showmanship. I've got another iPhone that is turned into the announcer's table. Another iPhone looks like a T-Mobile user with two kids on the backdrop. So if you are missing a phone, looks like you may use T-Mobile and got a couple of kids on your backdrop photo.
All right, are you guys ready for senior showmanship? Here we go. Here in Cheyenne, we picked the Cheyenne 2, so these seniors will be competing for 2 belt buckles we're giving out. And the top 5 showmen get jackets. So everybody in the top 5 has a chance to win some prizes, so get after it. We'll have Heat 2 coming in and checking in the staging area. Oh, okay. Again, just so everybody knows, we're starting with senior goat showmanship, then intermediates, then juniors, then pre-juniors. The staging area is over here where we showed market goats. Then we're doing showmanship over here where we were doing ewes. We will finish goat showmanship and then move into sheep showmanship with the amount of kids we have showing both species, and as big as some of these heats are going to be, we really need as much space as we can. So just, pay attention, and we'll be announcing and everything where we're at in the show so you guys can get your timing right. All right, second heat of senior showmen. Please come to the staging area and get checked in. All right. We will be bringing back 3 individuals from Heat 1 for our division drive of senior showmanship. Congratulations to all those exhibitors. We're still waiting on a few here for division or Heat 2. We need Wyatt Brathwaite, Jordan Christensen, Molly Oakley, and Molly Stanton, and Anthony Quick. Oh, Heat two of senior showmanship on the goat side. Please come up and get checked in. We're still missing Molly Stanton, Wyatt Brathwaite, and just those two individuals. So if you've scratched and we don't know it, please come up and let us know. Second heat of senior showman is headed in the ring. Second heat is headed in the ring. We've got our first heat over here on standby. So those intermediates need to start thinking about getting ready. Congratulations to the second heat of senior showman, making it back to the grand drive. The final drive of senior goat showmanship is about to start. We need those intermediates to start checking in.
Again, we do have a phone up here at the announcer's table. If you are missing an iPhone, looks like it's got a clear cover on it, and you're a T-Mobile user with 2 kids on the backdrop of it. If you're missing that phone, you can come see us at the announcer's table. Again, something unique to the Cheyenne Livestock Expo. In our showmanship divisions, we select a Cheyenne 2. So the top 2 exhibitors will receive belt buckles, and then all of our top 5 will receive a jacket. So again, kind of unique to us that the top 2 will receive a Cheyenne 2 and share that title.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. The Cheyenne too. I like that because there's always, I mean, this is the worst part about judging livestock shows is the showmanship. I mean, it's probably the most important thing we do, but it's the hardest to judge. As a judge, I don't like doing it, but it's something we showed for 20 years, my 2 boys, and showmanship is so dang critical. I mean, whether you're at a county show, little podunk jackpot, all the way to the biggest shows in the country. It's tough. It's tough. And we were fortunate we showed it. I got Judge Market Lambs at Louisville and got to see it, and I was like, wow, that's spectacular. And so we went back, and my youngest, got to win that deal at Louisville and was reserved like 3 or 4 times. So showmanship's something we took very serious at our house, because you can lose a show, you can win a show. I mean, if you don't get them things propped up and get them presented, I've talked a lot about presentation today and hiding hair and getting them showed and walking right and head and nose right and neck up, and I mean, all that stuff matters, especially we're at a national show. I'd consider this one a national show because anybody can come to it. But whether you're at Denver or Louisville or your state fair or county show, I mean, you can separate yourself easily, especially at this age and this level, by presenting them right, having everything right on these goats. I mean, I remember back in the day when we didn't even wash them. You just clipped them and went and showed these things. And now you spend more time and, compared to a dang heifer or a steer, we're in the wash rack every day and blowing and conditioning and rinsing and all that good stuff. But this is cool. Get 2 winners. Everybody out here is going to get a jacket. That's pretty neat. I think there's 2 that not only am I going to judge showmanship while we're out here, but I mean, we also, I pay attention when it matters, like when we were showing over there. That's when it really matters. And I think there's 2 out here. There's one that impressed the heck out of me out there, and he was showing his goat, and chain broke, and he's walking that goat without nothing on it. Pretty cool display of control and just getting one showed and knowing what the heck he's doing. But we'll go name our Cheyenne 2. Great set of kids out here. Pretty awesome show. Let's give all the people putting this show on a nice round of applause for doing everything that they do to support your children out here. Good set of kids. We're going to name our champions.
All right, first heat of intermediate showmanship. There's a bunch in this division, so we might have missed you. If we missed you, hey, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Keith Page, Josette McConnell, and Abigail Holdren. Okay, sorry, there's a bunch of kids in this heat, so if we miss you, come up to Mandy and tell her you're here, because we did. So it's Josette and Abigail. Oh. We're still missing Abigail. Is she here and we missed you? She's over there. All right, here comes the first heat of intermediate showmen. Second class, you guys can come in over here and hang out if you want. We'll get you lined up in a second. You guys ready? Let's roll. All right, heat two of intermediate showmen. Please come over here and check in. Okay, there's only 2 heats of intermediate showmen, so those intermediates need to be getting lined up, checked in. Juniors, start putting the final touches on. Okay, I think we are just missing one in our second heat of intermediate goat showmanship. Talissa Tangen, if you are here and we didn't get you checked in, please come up and check in with Mandy. All right. Thanks to our first heat of intermediate exhibitors. The individuals over there on the far side of the ring will come back. You guys can go over there in the holding area. We'll run the second heat of intermediate showmen. Congrats. Good job, everybody. Tough heat. Tough heat.
If I could have the market goat exhibitor, the champion market goat exhibitor, and the reserve champion market goat exhibitor come up to the exhibitors or the announcers table with a parent. So if you are champion or reserve in the market goat division, if you guys could come up to the announcers table with a parent. Also for our breeding ewe exhibitors, I need the parent to come up for the champion and reserve breeding ewe. I need a parent for those individuals as well. If I could have Zane Walker and a parent come up to the announcers table. Zane Walker and a parent come up to the announcers table, please. Well, one thing that we forgot when we were in the hustle and bustle of our champion drives is I mentioned before that Pine Bluffs Distilling has been a sponsor of the show since day one. Really appreciate their willingness to provide for not only the cattle week, but here in the junior weekend as well. Dylan and some of the board members and committee members had the opportunity to go select a whiskey barrel there at Pine Bluffs Distilling, and then they put that into a commemorative whiskey bottle to have our own Cheyenne Livestock Expo edition. So we're asking that the parents come up. We know that parents put in just as much time and effort in providing opportunity for these young people to be here this weekend, but also the many show weekends that you share. So this is a source of gratitude for those parents that put in the time and effort. So the champion and reserve champion in our shows this weekend will each receive a whiskey bottle. The parents will receive a whiskey bottle to thank them for providing this opportunity for their young people. So if we could give another big hand to Pine Bluffs Distilling and all they've done for the show. Another piece that the champion market goat is receiving is an embroidered fitter's backpack sponsored by Freeman Showbox, and they've sponsored quite a few awards throughout the last couple of weeks, so we appreciate their efforts in providing opportunities and prizes for these young people to show. Freeman Showbox is obviously represented by the Freeman family, which puts in quite a bit of time and effort into this show, so we appreciate them as well.
That's for you.
We appreciate this intermediate heat. Everyone did a great job. These exhibitors here in front of the announcers table will be excused. Please help me and congratulate this heat.
And all of them are coming out?
All right, coming back for our intermediate showmanship drive. We have Paige Farley, Callie Rosner, Corbin Jaggers, Hallie Wade, Dally Horrocks, and Josette McConnell. From our second heat here in the intermediate drive, we have Cheyenne Goss, Sadie Cifuentes, Jalen Miner, and Sawyer Phipps. Again, the top two from this intermediate drive will receive buckles for the Cheyenne 2, and the top 5 will receive jackets from the Cheyenne Livestock Expo. Bowden Fenton, if you could make your way up to the holding area. Bowden Fenton. Well, I want to take an opportunity. We've mentioned our sponsors, we've mentioned the board and our superintendents, but it takes a lot of volunteers also to help this show run. So want to take the chance to just thank our ring help and help around the ring. First, we had Clayton Novak and Bruce Botman on our goat side. On our sheep side, we had Brian Cox and Amanda Weber. And then we've got Keely Smith here helping take results. So appreciate them helping out today and volunteering their time. It takes an army to put a show on. Want to give a special shout out to Bruce Bauman. We talk about the Cheyenne too and how that's unique to the Cheyenne Livestock Expo. Bruce has been volunteering and putting in hours of labor and advice to get this show put together since the beginning of its conception. So Bruce came up with the idea of Cheyenne 2. He's spent many years in the show ring, whether it be showing, raising kids that show, or raising livestock that are in the ring. And he was pretty clear with how challenging showman is to sort, and how challenging it is to participate and have simply the hairs, just coming down to split hairs of what we expect from these showmen. So to be able to award our top 2 as the Cheyenne 2 gives a little relief to the judges and gives us the opportunity to really shine a light on 2 exhibitors that excel amongst the crowd. So again, appreciate all of our volunteers, appreciate Bruce. If we could give all of our volunteers a really big hand for helping us out.
There we go. Definitely a challenge right here. 6 or 8 really good showmen out here. Super good in their fundamentals, you know, and showmanship is so subjective. I mean, that's even more so probably than evaluating livestock, and everybody has their own preference and style and whatnot, and to me, it's like just get that goat showed, you know. Make him look the absolute best you can. And I think there's 2 out here that have separated themselves because every time they stopped, they parked, front view, side view, whatever, that goat looked good. I mean, he wasn't overstressed, his legs were square. I think they elevated themselves amongst the others just because, you know, everything looked good. There's one in particular, I mean, to have a goat that every time I look up and he's parked, he's perfect, you know, that's hard to do. And I think she needs to be commended for an excellent job. I think it's tough to get down to 5 because they're all really good and they all have a few things I'd like to change, you know, and sometimes we get a little rigid on the walk, you know, get a little too straight and a little too stiff, and you know, some judges like that, some don't. And I think, you know, I've talked kind of all day about hands and where they need to be and being up close and tight to that head so we can control them and not out walking your goat, and a few of those pet peeves I have, you know, as far as coaching kids in showmanship. But we'll pull it down to 5, and then I'll pick our top 2. But excellent set of kids out here. Let's give them a nice round of applause for a superset.
All right, results from our intermediate goat showmanship are Cheyenne 2, our Dally Horrocks, and Sawyer Phipps. And our top 5 includes Paige Farley, Hallie Wade, and Sadie C. Fuentes. So congratulations to our intermediate showmen. We'll now head into our junior showmanship. In the ring now, we have our first heat of juniors. Our second heat needs to be making their way to the show ring. Heat 2 of junior showmanship. Please be making your way to the show ring. We're going to go ahead and excuse these juniors closest to the announcers table. Great job on your showmanship here today, and we'll bring back the far side for our final heat. Let's give all of those juniors in that heat a big hand. Our first heat of junior showmanship will have 6 individuals coming back: Clancy Conklin, Taya Thompson, Bowden Fitton, Brooklyn Juratowski, Haven Rhodes, and Josie Wilson. Now in the ring, we have our second heat of junior showmanship, class 6. Our second heat of junior showmanship is in the ring. Let's give all of our juniors in this heat a big hand as we excuse the ones closest to us here and bring back the rest of them for our grand junior showmanship drive. All right, from our second heat of junior showmanship out here in our final junior drive, we have Jaylee Joy, Cheyenne Lembeck-Sturkle, Grace Baumgartner, Emerson Olson, Kinley Shreve-Vogel, Sable Phipps. So now in the ring we have our junior grand showmanship goat drive. Again, we will select our Cheyenne 2, and the top 5 exhibitors will all be getting Cheyenne Livestock Expo jackets. For those exhibitors in our seniors and intermediates, you can turn in those jacket forms either at the announcer's table or at the office. Make sure you get those turned in if you would like your jacket. I'd like to give one more shout out to a couple of volunteers. We've talked about some sponsorships and the equipment that it takes to get this place turned over, but they started about the last Wednesday or Thursday, 2 Wednesdays ago, I guess, getting this place set up for cattle, so bringing in shavings, setting up stalling for cattle. And then they had the open and junior cattle shows, followed by the prospect weekend last weekend. So starting on Monday, they completely turned over this facility, brought in new mats, cleared out the shavings from the cattle, and set up these small animal pens. So it takes a village to do that and to be able to turn over a facility like that of this caliber especially. There was a couple of crews that came and helped volunteer, the LCCC show and judging teams. They're also exhibiting last week as well as this week, so took some extra time to volunteer and help get the facility flipped over. And then also the local FFA chapters from Cheyenne, Burns, and Pine Bluffs, big supporters. Cheyenne Livestock Expo is big supporters of local youth. So I know especially the 2 Cheyenne chapters offered quite a bit of help and labor to get these facilities set up. So appreciate all of their efforts. If we could give those couple of individuals or couple of programs that provided individuals a hand for the time that they spent.
Really, really good set of juniors out here. Moms and dads, I want y'all to, I'll give you a little bit of advice. We used to show a bunch, jackpotted, showmanships, statewide deals. I mean, we went to win everything, and we tried. Stock showing super competitive. We don't, you know, those of y'all that do it seriously know how many hours and hours it takes at home. And just all the little details and all the little things. When you go to a show, listen to what a judge talks about and things, and go back to the pen and be like, all right, we're going to change what we normally do because this is what that guy wants today. You know, we made one more lap for a jacket, and every one of these exhibitors that didn't get a jacket, their hands were that far from those goats' heads, okay? And I'd preach today, getting that hand down by the head, having control of that goat the whole time you're showing. And so, some of y'all should have been listening to that, because the young lady I pulled, she was the only one of all of y'all that had her hand right and correct. And some of that goes back to moms and dads not listening and coaching. Stock showing's a sport. I mean, it's just like anything else. We spend a ton of money. You know, we spend way more money stock showing than we did any sports we ever played. You know, me as a father and my two boys, and next to rodeo, and that was pretty dang expensive. But anyway, you gotta, whether you like a certain judge's technique or not, or what they're going off of, you really, just a little bit thing to remember is sit there and watch and listen. You know, if we weren't in the first showmanship class, I listened to his reasons. I watched what he used to win, and if that wasn't our style or the way we did stuff, we went back and adjusted. We made changes. Just like a football coach, just like that game last night. Georgia made changes, and they come back and won. You know, and that's what we'd do at the pens. We'd have a powwow. We'd talk about it. We'd, you know, whether he wanted to or not, we're going to change. You know, and we're going to do it this way today and that way tomorrow. And I've talked about styles and the way I like it. And that's just, you know, some food for thought and for y'all later down the line. Juniors, good set of juniors out here. Very good in their basic technique, their body. The little young lady right there, she drove the snot out of that goat right there. Now, she needs to work on some other stuff. But y'all got to remember, if it's a market class, we got to drive them. Especially when the judge is coming down touching them, they need to handle hard. Okay, there's a reason why we touch them. And that's for muscle expression. It's not just for looks and not just to make mom and dad happy on the sidelines that we didn't miss your goat, okay? So y'all get into them, you drive them, you use your legs, you push, you don't pull. Head up, nose down. I think there's a really good set out here. There's one to me, we talked about presentation all day long. There's one out here that brought up presentation to the junior showmanship. The hide and hair is beautiful on this goat. The goat's presented, he's fitted. The young lady did a phenomenal job of getting that one showed. That's what I mean about presentation right there. Because everything just comes together and you can't miss her. I mean, anyway. Good set out here. We'll go name our Cheyenne 2. Again, it's been an honor and a privilege. I really enjoy doing this, and you know, there's not a greater activity we can do as a family than stock show.
All right, in our goat showmanship, we've just got our one class of pre-junior showmanship. We will select our Cheyenne 2 for pre-junior showmanship. And all of them will get a Cheyenne Livestock Expo jacket. So we will select a Cheyenne 2. I'm sure if our judge thought he had a tough day, this might be the toughest class that he judges all day. But excited for him to round out today's show with our pre-junior showmanship. Certainly appreciate the time that he has spent evaluating our livestock and the time he's spent with these kids. So if we could give one more big hand to Mike as he finishes his day. All right, our results from our junior showmanship top 5. Top 5 was Clancy Conklin, Taya Thompson, Brooklyn Jertowski, Josie Wilson, and Grace Baumgartner. Our Cheyenne 2 were Brooklyn Jertowski and Grace Baumgartner. Congratulations to those junior showmen. Again, now in the ring, we have our pre-junior showmanship. Now in the holding area, I need Class 1 of Senior Sheep Showmanship. Class 1 Senior Sheep Showmanship. I need you guys to the holding area now. We won't have a break. We're just going to run right into our Senior Sheep Showmanship.
Well, this is what it's all about right here, getting started in the show ring. Tremendous little set of Pee-wees, pre-juniors, whatever we're calling them today. I think they're the future of our industry, and this is pretty cool. I appreciate everything again. I want to thank everybody for allowing me to do this, and it's been a fun day. I know we got more sheep showing to do, so we'll get this over with. Let's give these juniors a nice round of applause, and we'll go hand 2 buckles out.
All right, Hog Showman, this is your heads up that we will start that showmanship at 4 o'clock. Those showmanship classes are posted on the gray trailer as well as the Showman app, so that showmanship will start at 4 o'clock in the hog ring.